Hello everyone, this is Boss Julian here, and we are doing miscellaneous quests. And that consists of anything that's under miscellaneous, and this is part 1. So let's see what we have. Go all the way to the bottom. Let's go join the Stormcloaks. And if you're wondering where this dog came from and why he's got armor, it's an actual dog from the Dawn Guard DLC. I have it here at the house because I got 2 kids I adopted and one of them wanted the dog, so I left it here. And that's where it stays. So let's go over to Windhelm. And we're going to join the Stormcloaks.
What is it? Dragons?
Algrith won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Bolgraf a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not...
The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, still need convincing. Only the foolish or the courageous approach a Jarl without summons. Do I know you?
I believe we've already met.
Is that so? Yes. You were with us at Helgen. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken.
I helped Ralof escape. He said he vouched for me.
Ralof's alive? I hope that's true. He's a damn good man, but he hasn't returned yet. So I'll need to wait for his account. For now, speak with Galmar. I'm always looking for able fighters. Not everyone can say they made it out of Helgen. Seems we're all branded villains these days. So long as your criminal past stays in the past, and you fight for me with honor and integrity, we'll welcome you into our ranks.
Then let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Galmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
Your words give voice to what we all feel, Ulfric. And that's why you will be High King. But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly retire from the world, were such a day to dawn.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
Galmar thinks we should double our men in the Reach.
A reasonable strategy.
And you, Yorleaf?
Well, sir, the hold at Falkreath is fairly vulnerable, and blocks the only road from Cyrodiil.
A good point, old friend.
To be sure, my lord, I am not skilled in the arts of war or military tactics.
But you're able to see the hole in the parts, and for that I'm grateful.
As you wish, sir.
Helgen, huh? Ulfric told us quite the story. If you made it through all that, you're likely worth something to me. But first, tell me, why does an elf want to fight for Skyrim?
I want to fight the Empire. I bleed for the chance to do so.
Can't fault anyone for that. As long as you hate the Empire as much as I do, that I can work with.
That's why I'm here. I want to join your way of life.
All right. But before I can put you to use, I need to know how much you can take. I have a little test for you.
What kind of test?
The kind men use to measure themselves. I'm sending you to Serpent Stone Island. If you survive, you pass. If you die, well, you weren't going to be much use to me anyway.
What's that Serpent Stone Island?
It's where men have tested their metal for ages. There's a strange rock formation built by the ancients. Something about that place attracts the ice wraiths. You kill an ice wraith out there, and I'll have all the proof I need about you.
I want you to send a messenger to our west.
I'm off to kill that ice wraith. I'll be back soon.
We'll see about that, won't we? Aye. But in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
Gotta go up here. So we gotta leave.
Hold it there. Keep your distance.
What happened here?
Another girl killed. This is Susanna from Candlehearth Hall. Served me a drink just a few nights ago, but I can't say I knew her.
Another? This has happened before?
Susanna's the third. It's always the same. Young girl killed at night, body torn up.
Sounds like the guards... Oh, okay, hang on a second. Another... Are the murders being investigated?
We're stretched thin as it is with the war. Nobody has the time to spend on this. Not pleasant, but it's the truth.
Could you use some help?
If you want to help, ask some of these gawkers if they saw anything useful. I'm going to examine the body before the rats can get to it.
Another one. Terrible.
Always sad when someone has to die.
Did you see what happened here?
I heard a scream and came running, but she was already... like this when I got here.
Always sad when someone has to die.
Another one. Terrible. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you. The divine smile on a charitable soul.
It's so bright out here.
Always sad when someone
I
has to
stand
die.
it.
The Dunmare get
This
their
is a
drink
shame.
from the new Nissa's Corner Club. Why they can't
Did
just
you
call
see
it a
what happened
tavern
here?
is beyond me.
No, sorry. But I did notice that her coin purse was still intact, so whoever did this wasn't after gold. I'm going to keep preparing the body, if you'll excuse me.
Always sad when someone has to die.
Did you see what happened here?
Sorry, I thought I saw a fellow running away, but didn't get a good look at him.
All I ask.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
I've spoken to all the witnesses.
Just like always, nobody saw anything useful. The bastards escaped again.
There might be more to this. If you let me help you.
Look, friend. If you think you can do better than the Legion of Guards, be my guest. You'll need to talk to your life, though. We can't just let anyone go around claiming to be an official business. If he's willing, then we'll talk.
My job's simple enough. The dead don't really complain much.
I ain't asking for much. Just a few seconds.
The Stormcloaks are finding victory across the land.
I heard about all these murders. I'm offering to help.
These are difficult times indeed, when men stalk their brethren like beasts. My men are stretched thin as it is. If you offer your aid, I gladly accept. The guards will be told to assist you as necessary. I'm happy to lend a hand as much as I can as well.
Go fiddling with any locks around here,
What now?
we're going to have a real problem.
Working in
May
Windhelm's
the gods
great.
watch over your battles,
See
friend.
Ulfric up close.
What do you got for sale?
Take a look. Whether it's armor you need or a new blade, come see me.
I never expected Ulfric to live up to his legend, but he does.
hear the news? There's a dragon roosting up on Mount Anthor, to the northwest. Hey, I know who you are. Hail Sithis.
Where'd you come? Fools! Die!
This should be it. Nope. Gotta go up with some. Got it. So now let's work our way over here. Oh really? Watch. I'll get it. I don't care if I'm in combat or not. I'll get it. return to Gilmore so we can become an official Stormcloak member.
Tell me again why we're wasting time and dwindling resources chasing a legend. We don't even know it exists.
The Jarls are upset. They don't all support you.
Damn the Jarls.
They demand the moot.
And damn the moot! We should risk letting those milk drinkers put Toryg's woman on the throne? She'll hand Skyrim over to the elves on a silver plate.
All the more reason, then. The crown would legitimize your claim.
A crown doesn't make a king.
No, but this one.
If it even exists.
It exists, and it will be the symbol of the righteousness of our cause. Think about it. The jagged crown. It heralds back to a time before Jarls and Moots. Back to the time when the king was a king because his enemies fell before him, and his people rose because they loved him. Skyrim needs that king. You will be that king, Ulfric. You must be.
You're certain you found it?
When have I ever been false with you?
Fine. I'll send the Unblooded here with you. Fancy a crawl through a moldering dungeon to see if you can't stir up Garmar's jagged crown.
It will be there. You'll see. You're alive. I owe Ulfric a drink. I have to admit, I didn't think we'd be seeing you again. I misjudged you. You're definitely Stormcloak material. It's time we made this official. You ready to take the oath?
Oath?
Before you're one of us, you must swear fealty to Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak, future High King of Skyrim. You must also pledge unswerving loyalty to your fellow Stormcloaks, to Skyrim, and to her people.
I'm ready to take this oath.
That's the spirit. By swearing this oath, you become one of us. A heroine of the people. A true daughter of Skyrim. A Stormcloak. Repeat after me. I do swear my blood and honor to the service of Ulfric Stormcloak.
I do swear my blood and honor to the service of Ulfric Stormcloak.
Jarl of Windhelm and true High King of Skyrim.
Jarl of Windhelm and true High King of Skyrim.
As Talos is my witness, may this oath bind me to death and beyond.
As Talos is my witness, may this oath bind me to death and beyond.
Even to my lord, as to my fellow brothers and sisters in arms.
Even to my lord, as to my fellow brothers and sisters in arms.
All hail the Stormcloaks, the true sons and daughters of Skyrim.
All hail the Stormcloaks, the true sons and daughters of Skyrim.
Now you're one of us, which means you get to tag along on a little trip with me. Oh, and here. You're a Stormcloak now. You ought to look the part.
What's the mission?
I have found the final resting place of the Jagged Crown. Can you believe it? Well, I'm almost certain. We're headed to Corvinjun, but if old King Borgus is indeed buried there, we're bound to run into trouble of some kind. Your fellow Stormcloaks are already assembling outside the tomb. I'll meet you there as soon as I'm finished up here.
What's the jagged crown?
Have you not heard that ancient verse? Maw unleashing razor snow, of dragons from the blue brought down, births the walking winter's woe, the High King in his jagged crown. Going way back to King Harold's time, or even before, the High King always wore the jagged crown. It was the symbol of his might and power. The crown is made from the bones and teeth of ancient dragons, and it is said to contain a portion of the power of every king who has worn it. True or not, who would dare deny Ulfric's claim when the legendary jagged crown sits upon his brow?
How do you know the crown is in that place?
It's true. The location of the crown was lost with King Borgas after the Great Hunt killed him while he was off on his damned Alessian campaigns. But legend holds, his body was secretly returned to Skyrim and buried with the crown. Its exact whereabouts lost in the following Wars of Succession. Through sources that shall remain nameless, I've tracked down what I believe to be the final resting place of King Borgas, Corvanjun. If the crown exists, it will be there. Don't wait around for me.
Hey, Unbloodshed.
Keep
your eyes open.
Out with what you need. Welcome to the fight, brother.
Damn faithless Imperials.
What? Get over with the rest of the men at Corvanjun.